Hi everyone, and welcome to this really super quick tutorial around amplifying your book reviews. So I've written a step-by-step guide that I want to share with you guys in the vault today, just to try and get you to think a little bit more about how you can amplify and optimize the book reviews that you've already got, and to think a little bit more about your book review strategy. So basically, I'm going to show you how to take your book reviews, so whether that's from Amazon, Goodreads, social media, NetGalley, and beyond, and turn them into powerful marketing tools. So reviews are one of the best ways to build credibility, attract new readers, and ultimately sell more books. They are the cornerstone of all strong marketing campaigns, in our opinion. So let's get started. Step one, collect and organise your reviews. So first things first, let's just gather all your book reviews into one place. So you'll want to track reviews from the likes of Amazon and Goodreads and Storygraph, NetGalley and Book Sirens, social media such as X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, book blogs and any online book review tours that you've been doing, endorsements from fellow authors or influencers, and of course, any friends, family, beta readers, those sorts of people. So I highly recommend creating a simple tracker. You can use Google Sheets, Notion's a really good place to store links, and just really kind of start amassing those standout quotes, the review names, and also the links to the actual reviews. This will make it easier when you start amplifying them, and it will also help you to track and record when you've used them and how you've used them. Okay, so step two is to turn the reviews into shareable and appealing graphics. So now that you've gathered those reviews and you've got that process in place as more reviews are coming through, it's going to be time to turn those into really eye-catching visuals for social media. So obviously most people tend to use Canva. There are free options on there. We pay for the more premium service, so we have access to different types of elements and illustrations and that sort of thing, but you can use the free one absolutely fine. Obviously, you've got things like PowerPoint, Adobe Express, BookBrush, loads of different services that you can pay for, and software that you can put on your computer that you can use to help you create these graphics. Typically, review sort of sound bites are used, so like very short extracts from the review, because what you don't want to do is put loads of words into an actual graphic itself. So you want to build the brand awareness around the book cover itself as well. So you'd want to feature the book cover alongside this short review snippet. And then in the caption, you can add more content if you wish to. You want to resize the different sizes of the posts for the different formats that you need. Be really aware of changes that happen on a regular basis, frustratingly. So quite recently, Instagram, and I'm recording this in February 2025. So quite recently, Instagram changed it so that it really wants all of its graphics to be on the grid to be 4:5 layout. So you'll see a little symbol in the bottom left when you're uploading a photo onto Instagram, which is the first step you need to take when you're creating an Instagram post. And that allows you to resize your image. But if you've created it in Canva, for example, to the 4:5 spec, it should work pretty well. And then obviously Twitter or X and LinkedIn and Facebook tend to be the more sort of rectangular posts. And then you've got Instagram, which is more like the square post. Try and experiment with animated text, short video clips, just to make them more engaging. You can have a series of reviews as like a carousel. There's lots of different ways you can use them basically. But in terms of like a top tip, I just say mix it up. Share a variety of the shorter blurbs. So you can also do things like a must read, so use a very small quote with like 5 stars, and then obviously longer review snippets as you wish. Step three, share reviews on social media without the massive sales pitch, which is the tricky bit. So the sales call to action post that you'll be doing as an author shouldn't be the same as the review posts. You should try and see those as two separate types of content. So posting reviews regularly keeps your book visible without feeling like it's just this constant self-promotion, because obviously what you're doing is you're sharing other people's opinions about your book. So here are a few natural ways that you can hopefully share your reviews. First of all, a reader shout out. So huge thanks to, and then you at Bob the reviewer for this kind review. You could do a discussion prompt. So have you read your book title yet? Here's what some reviewers are saying, readers are saying. You've got behind the scenes content. So For example, seeing reviews like this makes all the late night writing sessions worth it. And then you could have like a picture of you sort of in bed with your laptop, like, ooh, you know, or whatever it is you want to do. And then you can have like an interactive post. So, what's the last book that made you feel this way? And then share a review quote about somebody saying how your book made them feel. You want to try and aim for like at least one or two of your posts out of every week or 2 weeks being a review post. But obviously, like I say, you want to mix them up. So you don't want them just to be the same template with just a review quote thrown in there. Yes, you can do that. But that's what we'd call more of like a static review quote. What we want is to see things a bit more exciting, a bit more mixed up. If you want any suggestions or if you want to send us your reviews, and then we can create content for you. So that's one of the services we offer at the moment, which is a half-day content creation service around your reviews. So either we will find the reviews for you, or you can send the reviews, and whether they're on social media, NetGalley, like I say, Goodreads, Storygraph, wherever they are, we can find them for you, or you can send us your step one list that you've already created, and then we can do a load of content for you just to save you a job. Okay, step 4, update Amazon, Goodreads, and your website. So basically, you really want to make sure that potential readers see your best reviews wherever they are. So, and they also need to be like the best ones, the most up-to-date ones, so they don't want to just be seeing the same ones over and over again. So here are a few ways to maximize visibility when it comes to your reviews. So first of all, add the really strong reviews to the Amazon editorial review section. You want to pin your top reviews to your Goodreads page if possible. So just make sure they're really there, front and center. You can add some to your bio as well. So just really try and use the reviews as much as possible. You can create a praise page for your book on your website. You could also do like a praise for your author name page. So that would be if you've got multiple books, you can actually just, you don't need to necessarily differentiate between them unless you want to. So it just really shows quality of your writing as an overall author. If you're doing any kind of ads, so like Amazon ads, BookBub ads, then obviously it's a good idea to feature some reviews in there. And often I see them being used in email signatures and obviously, of course, in press materials. You can also use them as blurbs on book covers, for example. If you are, so a pro tip on this one is if you are using a review inside or on the book, so praise page in the book or on the cover as a blurb, always double check with the reviewer. It's just best practice on how they'd like to be attributed. So for example, they may prefer their website or their social media or their full name and job title to be included next to the snippet of the review. When somebody leaves a review, they are basically saying, yeah, you can use this in the marketing, but I just think it's a good practice to let them know. Also, it gets them on board. So if they are quite excited about being included in your book or on the book cover, then obviously they can also be shouting and cheerleading about your book. So it's kind of a nice thing to do. Step 5. So you want to use the reviews in ads and emails, as I said. So let's just dig into that a little bit more. So taking it a step further, you really want to try and use those reviews in paid for advertising if you're doing it, and any email marketing. That's why I personally don't recommend that anybody does an Amazon ad campaign in the first 3 months of their book launching unless they've got loads of budget, because actually what you want to do is make sure that when you do spend that money and time on an Amazon ad campaign, that you're actually driving people to a page that's already got some really good reviews on it. So you might want to, for example, in an email marketing, so to your newsletter, to your mailing list, you might want to say something like what readers are saying in your newsletter. So you might have a regular section, so the latest reviews can be shared there. You might want to announce a limited time sale using some of the top reviews as social proof. And of course, you might want to do a call to action. So grab your copy and see why readers love my book, and then a couple of reviews. In terms of paid ads, so like Facebook, Instagram, Amazon, those BookBub, those sorts of things, obviously using high rating snippets in your ad copy is a good idea. It just reinforces credibility, authenticity, that this is the right book for them and why. You can do A/B tests with ads with different reader quotes to see what converts best. And, just to give you an example, a heart-stopping thriller that kept me up all night, and then read a review, or the best book I've ever read, NetGalley review. So just see which one seems to be resonating most. Step 6 is to encourage more reviews without being too pushy. So It's all about the momentum. So what we don't want to do is just have, a little flurry of activity and then it just drops off. So to keep that momentum going, here's a few ways that you can encourage readers to leave some reviews. So first of all, you can add a gentle review request in the email signature. You can run giveaways where entry requires posting a review. You can send follow-ups to readers who received an ARC or a NetGalley copy and just kind of keep them in the loop. Incentives to review always work well. And of course, if you wanted to, you can start a review or a reader club, which I know a lot of authors are doing now, where you can give early access to your next book in exchange for honest reviews. And of course, it really helps if you just ask the question. You don't get unless you ask. So a simple ask often works wonders. So if you've enjoyed the book, a short review on Amazon or Goodreads makes a huge difference to me as an author. Thank you in advance, that kind of thing, which you can put on your mailing list, newsletters, on your emails, but also, of course, you can put it in your actual book. So at the end, and give people ways to connect with you as well. So social media, website, that kind of thing. So the last one is step 7. So make reviews a long-term strategy. Basically, I genuinely believe that review should not just be a one-off strategy, especially not just a pre-launch strategy. Obviously, really important as a pre-launch strategy, but there are so many more things you should be doing when it comes to reviews. It's the one piece of marketing that I think just can keep on being done over and over again, because there are always going to be more readers out there for your book. It's very unusual and very unlikely that you will have got the book in front of all of the target readers. So yeah, think of it as a long-term approach worked on before, during, and after launch. It's always a good investment of time to focus on reviews, and especially if it's done consistently. So my recommendations are: schedule time weekly or monthly to check review progress and outreach. Go back to step 1, make sure that your spreadsheet or your database of reviews is up to date. Keep engaging with past reviewers and new potential audiences. And then finally, think of reviews as an ongoing marketing tool rather than a launch only effort. So my final takeaways are: reviews really are one of the best marketing tools you can have as an author. Reviews basically equate to trust, to social proof, and ultimately to more sales. So keep sharing them, keep engaging with your readers, and watch your audience grow. If you found this guide helpful, let me know. And if you have any other questions or content that you would like me to record tips on, please let me know too. Thank you.